How's your spirit? So, we were here this morning around 8:30. And here we are again at 1 something in the afternoon. Now, I did schedule this live stream for 1:30, though I knew I would be going live sooner. I scheduled it for 1:30 because I believe in time management and respecting my time and that of others. Thing is one can always catch the replay, so going early isn't a problem. But if I promise you I'm going to be there at 1:30 and I don't show up until 2, then I've shown up too late for you. And while people always speak about how cleanliness is next to godliness, so is timeliness. You got to be in the right spot at the right time to receive damn near anything, especially God's blessings. You got to be where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to do. So I wanted to have this conversation really quickly. Well, rather paced, actually. You see how quickly I'm going. In relationship to population control and time management. Who controls your time, your mind, and your mouth? In those instances, I would say your job or the government, unless you choose to make the system work for you. You know what I'm saying? See, we were discussing this thing earlier, and if you missed the earlier live stream, it's there for you to catch as well as this one will be. So that's the one beauty about me not putting music in the videos. It's harder for someone to copyright strike them or strike them for any reason. I rarely cuss. I speak mostly positivity. I seek to do no harm, so there's nothing really about violence in my live stream. So you see, all those people who were out to get me, they're having a much more difficult time of a thing. So now they're using shadow banning and blocking and mumbling behind the scenes. And yet, still I rise. So I'm never worried. Besides that, I know that my Father, my angels, my ancestors, and even my internet protectors cover me. So try me, not Jesus, because all of them, they throw hands. And while I'm trained to fight, I choose peace, unless you come for me in any other way. So let's talk about it. How does your job or the government control your time? Well, many of you go to work for an 8-hour shift, which means you're getting up about 2 hours early, 2 to 3, in order to be ready and get to work on time. And then there's the other side. When your workday is over, you still got another 2 to 3 hours before you can get back home and unwind. So we're talking about 10 to 12 hours out of your day already gone, where you disassociated from your identity and you have picked up the mantle and the mask of the worker bee. So what do you do with the other 12 hours? Well, the government and your doctor tell you you need 6 to 8 hours of sleep. So now that's 18 to 20 hours out of 24 hours in a day gone. That leaves you 4 hours to do your thing. You know, What is that thing exactly that you do in those 4 hours? And how does it play tricks on you and your mind? See, that's the thing. So we've controlled your time and obviously controlled your mind by extension. Well, let's just be honest. If at any time during at least those 8 hours, if not possibly all 24, depending on the organization you work for and how invested they are in your social media and the things that you do in your life in your downtime, well, shit, they control your mouth too. What can you say? What can't you say? If you say it, who's watching you and what are they going to do? That's it in a nutshell. That's how you get caught in the matrix. That's how you could end up in terrible situations. Let me turn that around. Can you see that cloud? That is gorgeous. That's how you miss these things. By being on someone else's time, someone else's time, and allowing someone else to control your mind. Now you would say to me, well, JP, you were just saying how you looking for a job. Well, you see, I recognize the need for financial needs and stability. And since people have done everything that they could to keep me from making money the way that they know I can, I consider going the way of man. Yet we're talking about a position that aligns with my morals and I'd say my principles, but may not align with my values. I value human existence to the point where I want people to be empowered, to be themselves. And when you empower people to conform to the way that you want them to live, well, that's not quite being themselves. You see, I can work with the metric because my energy moves the metric. The metric doesn't move me. That's the beauty in being me and free and lovely. Shout out to Jill Scott. that thing, that thing, that thinging. What up, Lauren Hill? That's the thing that we're all seeking. That's the freedom that we get when we listen to music and we move rhythmically. That's the thing that we get when we choose or go our own way, despite the cost and the consequence. For every action, there is a reaction. We hope that our positive actions and interactions beget positive reactions, interactions, and results even. Yet we know that's not always the case. We pray, we put positivity out into the atmosphere, at least in theory. Yet I've known people to pray for dangerous things. That's preying on the spirit of another human being. Where does that lead us? That thing. That's the human thing. Today, I left that place to maintain my peace. Someone I know was going through a thing. And because I truly love them, I allowed them to interrupt my peace. In so doing, there was an emotional disturbance, a shift in the energy, and I had to decide how to maintain my peace. There are many ways to go about maintaining one's peace, but most importantly, one must be peaceful. So, when met with a situation where you recognize you cannot make a thing better, and in speaking your truth in the moment, you could do harm, what do? I choose silence. I recognize that silence speaks volumes. It makes it clear that there's something to be dealt with, yet now it's not the moment. And so we don't deal or dwell in the moment. We recognize that doing so could disturb the peace, the equilibrium in a thing. So, what do we do when we recognize that thing? Hey, Ron Bryant, it's been a long time since I've seen you. How's your spirit? I simply responded exactly what I said. I can't make the situation better. And speaking my mind has the potential to make it worse. So, I choose peace. Be safe. I love you. And even in that response, there is an understanding that something is amiss, that now is just not the time to get into it. And I don't think that people are capable of communicating that nearly enough. No, you see, they feel the emotion begin to swell and well up inside of them, and what do? They let it loose. Well, you say, and the mouth goes off. Or, in some cases, the hands. And there's a violent outburst followed by an equally violent or vile response, even. And now, everybody is in an uproar. And the energy is rife with, well, hell, let's just call it what it is. Villainy. Somebody's gotta lose so that the other emotional being can win. You're not satisfied unless you have vilified the other person. When in reality, you could just take some time. Maintain your standards, your boundaries, and your equal until such time as you can think and speak on that thing without an emotional eruption. This is truly not difficult, yet it's the hardest things for human beings to achieve. I can tell you how that is. It's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of believing that you don't have enough time, or that you don't control your mind, or you don't control your mouth. Somebody else does. And you lean into that instead of trying to gain your own power over your being. To be able to say, I'm not going to let you sway me and make me move off my square. I'm not going to let you challenge me with your villainy because you need to demonize me. That shit ain't okay. It ain't kosher. And it is not the measure of a human being, it's the emotional mindset, scarcity played out in real time. I told you, I was taking the time to be at peace today. I knew leaving that place and going what I had to, doing what I needed to do would allow me my peace. No matter the messiness around me, when I go back inside of this place, there will be human messiness once again. And because I took the time out to be at peace today, human messiness won't sway me. And it took hours today. We started the live stream, like I said, at like 8:30 this morning. It's coming up on 1:30 in the afternoon. That's 5 hours of peace. I admit it was interrupted by 10, 15 minutes, and then another 2 to 5 of feeling the emotion of the situation. And then I just simply chose to say, you know what? Not today, Satan. Not today. You won't sway me. You won't get me off my square. You won't choose me to attack. You won't use me to attack another person already going through something. And you certainly won't take me through an emotional roller coaster just because I can't speak on a thing in the moment. That's it. Who controls your mind? Who controls your time? Who controls your mouth? Because they also control your peace. Today has been another beautiful, blessed day, Father, and I thank you. I thank you for the air. I thank you for the breath. I thank you for the people who've shown up in these live streams. I thank you for Ron Eric. I thank you for Ron Bryant, Father. Please take care of him. Keep him in mind. He's an amazing man. I see that. I believe that. Where others, you know, they talk about dumb things, so to speak. Look out for the soul of those we lost and the spirit of those who were left behind. Lord, most importantly, today, look out for those whom the enemy is trying to sway. It's hard to stand on your square when someone else is making use of your time and your peace. Help them to hang on to their mind today and every day, Father, because we know you got this. To seek first, y'all, to do no harm. Let the universe, God, your ancestors, and your allies, let them do the difficult things and manage the unseen. Father, we thank you for these trials, tribulations, blessings, and love. We need them all to master our lives, our journey, and our peace. And I agree with you, Von Bryant. It's growth when you can achieve that thing. So, excuse me. I'm almost back inside, and I certainly recognize these people are going to want my time. I remain ever steadfast, faithful, unmovable, always abounding in living the word of the Lord. Keep your spirit up. I'll see you in the streams. Thank you for coming through, Von Ryan. Remember, I love you. God does too.